welcome to my 1930s garden. So the first part of my video, you'll see the whole video of me cutting my little box hedge. So this is a privet hedge which has been in the garden for a number of decades. So it did used to go a little bit further along in front of my kitchen window, but since we've had the patio we took that bit out. So it has got taller and has got wider because I used to have a little flower border the side of the hedge here, and I put loads of tete-a-tete, but you couldn't even see the tete-a-tete come up this year because it's got so wide. So I do at some point need to cut it right back. But I go through cut the whole of the hedge really easy with this little cutter. Like I was saying about the other day, it's so quick and easy to use, and also because a lot of the privet just then landed on the patio, it was then really easy to sweep up. So what my aspiration is, and I have spoken to my husband about this, is that the only things that we have underneath where the hot tub is stuff like the hot tub motor. I don't mind the barbecue being out nearby, but all the other bits and pieces need to be put away. I don't want loads of things just all looking untidy and messy. The hot tub at the moment doesn't have any water in it, and that's because we want to tile this area. So we're going to tile that whole area and then we'll fill the hot tub up. But we need to get that sorted soon because otherwise the summer will be over and we won't have actually used it. I say the summer's been over, because we've had about 4 days of sunshine and lots of cold rainy weather. And this was the day that you could see that I'd filled the brown bin up and filled that green bag, which was really good. And the bin's been collected now, so I'll be able to... Oh no, it hasn't actually. It was the rubbish bin that was collected the other day. So I've got another whole week, but hopefully in that week this bag is going to start rotting down, and then I'll pour it into the brown bin. So I was quite pleased with how quickly I managed to do the hedge and how much tidier it looked. You can see it from this angle, how I just very quickly swept along the edge. I think I was using my daughter's little brush because my brush is broken. I need to still fix it with the glue gun, although my husband looked at it and said the glue gun, it needs the glue gun and a screw or nail. But the problem is it's so riddled with, I don't know, woodworm or just rotted. I don't think there's much that can be done with it. I really like that broom though. Maybe I should just get a new one. And I would quite like to do one more patio slab to the right there. Just stretch out a little bit further in front of the door. So my videos tend to be 5 times faster. So obviously, this makes it look much quicker and easier than it took a little bit longer. But I did manage to get it, and it really finishes the garden off when that's tidy. I think the next thing I really need to do are the edges of the grass. My old neighbour said the grass never looks complete unless the edges are done. But you can see the ladder still needs to go away, and there's all the pile of rubbish. And the good thing is now the rubbish bin's empty, I'll be able to fill it all up. So you'll see I clear all this up, and then you'll see that I start cutting back some of my hedge. So actually at the end of my privet hedge, where it joins with the U, there is actually, you see where I just, in a minute you'll see where I walk past. And it actually used to be a little pathway. There's a little sort of concrete step there as well, where people obviously used to use that way. What I'm trying to do is above the U is rose, and I was trying to train the rose to go up above where the window is, up onto the roof, so it's like a little archway. But it's always the same, isn't it? Everything needs cutting back. It's like the shrub in the middle. I love that shrub, but it has got very, very big and does need to be cut back a little bit. And then I just do a little walk around the garden so you can see where I've left. So all my herbs are everywhere. And the reason why it's like that is, do you remember the table? That bench is all getting dried out, and I'm so pleased that despite us having more rain, it's actually got quite dry. So I'll be able to put everything back this weekend. The wood that my husband's cut up, And then there's a few pots that I moved to one side that I need to put back. I moved some stones from the front garden to the back. I sieved all the stones from the piles and piles of soil. If you look back on some of my old videos, you'll see goodness knows how many tonne of soil that I sieved, all to save money. And our anniversary roses are in full bloom. So it's our wedding anniversary on the 28th June, and every June that rose bush flowers. So you can see I'm just walking into my garden, and then you'll see me water some of my plants in my greenhouse. What I've realised is the automatic watering that my husband sought out is working great on some. It's soaking others, which is going to kill them because they're too wet, and others it's not reaching them at all. So I think we'll need to look at that certainly before we go away on holiday. It looks like my beans are coming on well, so I'll put some more beans outside this weekend. And the peas, so it's just less than a week, isn't it? It's 5 days. The peas are doing well. And look at the kohlrabi. Can't believe it. I've got loads of kohlrabi there. They've come up so quickly. I didn't think they'd germinate so quickly. So that's really good. A whole tray of kohlrabi. And each one of those will be, you know, the fruit. And we use them in the same way as roast potatoes. And I like it because it's a nice vegetable we can easily get in, you know, something else, another veg we can get into our diet. So that always pleases me. Reminds me I need to cut some of my kale and use that as spinach. So then you'll see me watering loads of my plants. Those little hanging Tradescantias, I'm going to sell those once they get a bit bigger. The outside of my greenhouse all needs a good clean, and I'm still waiting for my husband to sort that pane of glass out. That really is such a pain. Excuse the pun. So I water all my plants. I do enjoy being out in my greenhouse. Somebody said to me, do you like gardening? And I do. I love gardening. I love weeding. So I like everything to do with the garden. I like being outside and near the birds and everything. So this is just a little update. And then you'll see me watering my beans very briefly. And then I walk back and give you a little tour back of my garden, and I show you how much the bench has dried out. So I'll be able to cover it with a liner and then put all my herbs back. So hopefully I will have slowed it down from rotting. So thank you for watching my video. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I'll put some more videos on soon so you can see how my garden develops. Bye!